Risk management. Risk is managing how much money to lose for each trade. Reward is calculating the financial reward of each trade. There are 3 points of entering a trade. Your entry, which is the exact moment you will calculate your entry to execute a buy or sell. Your stop loss, which is the exact point you will get out of a losing trade. And your take profit, which is the predetermined profits that you intend to exit the trade with. So this example here, guys, is an example of how to mark up your chart. If you want to see how to mark up your chart, this exact markup is in a video on YouTube, and I'll leave that in a link below. So right here in this trade, we have a 1 to 9. As you guys can see, it went way past the 1 to 9. However, if within the video, it only the opportunity we marked up was a 1 to 9. So you guys can relate this video to the video where I show how to mark up your chart. Even a 1 to 10, 1 to 9 is being modest, guys, as long as you know how to execute with smart money concepts. So 3 points of entering a trade, again, is 1, your entry, 2, your stop loss, 3, your take profit. When I'm saying this, guys, I'm saying this in a particular order. Number 1 is your entry. Number 2 is your stop loss, and number 3 is your take profit. The reason why 1 is your entry, obviously this is the most important part to enter the trade. The reason why your stop loss is more important than your take profit, because your stop loss is what's going to determine your risk to reward, okay? Not your take profit. Too many times people come on the screen and they use whatever stop loss. They use, okay, well, I think a 50 pip stop loss will be good. They take out a 28 pip stop loss and they're like, okay, well, you know, I want really good risk to reward, and they start stretching their take profit for years, which makes no sense, okay? Because there's no data down here saying the market has ever even been here, but they want to say, oh, I have a 1 to 17 trade, I have a 1 to this trade. So make sure you guys aren't stretching your take profit into the middle of nowhere. With Smart Money Academy, obviously I teach how to do 1 to 10s and how to actually get a proper stop loss, which is kind of in the last video again that this setup is actually based off of. So it's very, 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 very important to identify your stop loss before you take profit, because dragging this tool down your screen doesn't mean you're actually trading a 1 to 9. It just means you're on this website called TradingView and you're dragging squares up and down the screen hoping that's going to equate to money, and it doesn't. At Smart Money Academy, we only trade 1 to 10. A 1 to 10, your reward should be 10 times the size of your risk. So a 1 to 10 generally looks like, for Smart Money Academy and how I trade and how I think is the best way to trade me personally, is a 10 pip stop loss and a 100 pip take profit. Why you should only trade 1 to 10s? If you use a 1 to 10, it will allow you to trade 10 times and lose 10 trades without losing any money. It's going to take you 10 times just to go break even, assuming you hit 1 take profit. Okay, so with that being said, a 10 pip stop loss and a 100 pip take profit, if you hit take profit once, it will take you 10 times to lose 10 pips worth of money. Now, frequently asked questions. What if I get a 1 to 7? What if I get a 1 to 12? What if I get a 1 to 9? Just like in the example I just showed. Personally, I only trade 1 to 7.5 to a 1 to 10. Anything less than a 1 to 7.5 is not worth the trade. Anything more than a 1 to 10, you're probably being greedy and unrealistic. The way institutional trading works and smart money concepts work, you will know if you're on the wrong side of the trade pretty instantly. So my mentor said, if your stop loss is more than 10 pips, you're on the wrong side of the trade. If you can't get a 10 pip stop loss, then your entry, you shouldn't even take the trade. Your entry is probably wrong. Everything you're doing is probably wrong. With institutional trading, you should be able to trade with a 10 pip stop loss or less. Anything more than 100 pip take profit, you're stretching your tool across your screen. So I will quickly explain what a lot of people do, and you guys have to change your mindset to understanding that TradingView.com is a website. So what I mean by that is, we are on this website called TradingView.com reading these rectangles rectangles with sticks that we call candlesticks that go up and down with fancy colors, and we take rectangles and squares and draw them all across the screen and create these scenarios and patterns. And these scenarios and patterns equate to numbers on the side, in which we call pips, which are related to dollars and cents. For example, in this case, related to the Aussie CAD. And then we go on our MT4 and try to execute trades to make money. So the reason why I say this, you guys need to realize that we're on TradingView.com. This is not the market. This is not the actual trading. This is just the data we're using to analyze what we want to do. So when we come on TradingView.com and we put this tool to predict our risk to reward, just because we stretch our tool to either a 1 to 6, a 1 to 7, a 1 to 8, whatever you stretch it, doesn't mean it's going to execute. I promise you the person at the bank is not looking at tradingview.com on your computer screen that you're using to watch this video right now and deciding that, okay, we're going to smash here because this person thinks so. Because you stretch your screen and you want to make a 1 to 10, doesn't mean it's going to happen. That's why 9 times out of 10, sometimes maybe your trade reverses and hits stop loss, even though you're on the right side. And you're like, oh, well, I should have collected partials. No. Me personally, I don't collect partials because my 1 to 10s always hit if they're going to hit. If they lose, they lose, yes. But if they're going to hit, most times, 90% of the times, my 100 pip take profits, they hit. A lot of people need to stop going like this and determining this tool to determine how much money they make, because that's where you're going wrong. Even if you understand the schematics, you going like this and saying this is my trade, that's not your trade. That's not that's what the banks are doing, whatever they want. You need to understand and follow what they're doing, but not get too cocky with what you're doing and saying this is your trade. You need to work with the data and information given. So that's why if you go to my how to mark up a chart video, you notice how I make my take profit. I just don't take it and drag it across the screen. I actually analyze my point of interest and move my take profit and entry accordingly before I even drag this tool. Okay, so too many times people just get on the screen and start dragging things and say this is the risk to reward. I trade 1 to 27s and the 1 to 27s don't hit. Anyone that trades more than 1 to 10, unless you're like a professional trader, I do know people who have 2 pip stop losses and 100 pip take profit, which obviously is like a 1 to 20. But me personally, I think there's no reason to have a take profit over 10 pips. For the average person, I don't see why you need more than a 10 pip stop loss, 100 pip take profit, and a 1 to 10 risk to reward. Thank you guys so much for watching. That's the end of today's video. Make sure you guys go check out the free tab on my website under chart gallery to see how I mark up my charts, as well as subscribe to my YouTube channel. And if you guys have any questions about anything smart money, I do have a free Telegram, and the link to that is in the bio. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.